Hi everyone, Amy here with Amy's Wares, and today I have a single layer punny coffee card to share with you. Now this is the new Joyous Cup stencil. It is from the April release at A Colorful Life Designs. It's one of many new stencils, and there's even a stamp set in this release. So it's chock full of goodies, and I'm so excited to play with these. This is the new coffee stamp. So here's a photo with a finished card to show you the direction that we're going, but it's very simple in design and it's so fun with these new products. So this release, if you've watched the intro, does have a lot of coffee themed items. Now it's not all. So if coffee or even tea is not your jam, still check it out because there's lots of gorgeous year-round use geometric sort of stencils. But there is also tons of fun coffee stuff this month. So I love coffee things. We're big coffee drinkers in our house, and I was very excited about this release. So as you can see, I'm just going to kick this stencil over to the lower left portion of the composition. I am letting it run over the side of the card. This is optional. Obviously, you could center it. It is set up to fit really well on an A2 size card. So US A2 size is 4¼ inches by 5½. And I did mask off the coffee cup portion. And now I'm just working in a rainbow order, ink blending with residual ink on my blending brush, moving up the flourish that's coming out of this really pretty cup. So I'm not even using any ink pads. I just have quite a bit of ink left over on my brushes because I don't clean them since I know I'm going to come back to them later. Now I decided to make the cup purple just because there wasn't enough purple in the top of that flourish. So I'm going to mask off the top of that part and then just ink blend the coffee cup a moment. So I'm going to remove the magnets and this masking tape to reveal this beautiful design. So this could be great for tea or coffee, but since I'm using the coffee stamp set, I am going to make it a coffee theme. Now this is one of the full stamps in the set. It says, "I don't perk until my coffee does." But as you'll see, if you've watched any other videos, you can see on this stamp set there's a lot of mix and match stamps to create all sorts of different fun sentiments. So it's very versatile, very fun to use in all different ways. So I'm going to use my date night inks because I know this cummerbund color will work really well with the residual teal ink that I laid down through the stencil. So I just have this loaded up in my mini Misty, and I'm going to do some very simple basic stamping to put this sentiment in this open white space on the composition. So I'm just going to use my sleeve just to gently press that down. And these are really high quality photopolymer clear stamps. This is only the, is it the third ever stamp set? It's either the third or fourth. Mary Kay has been releasing for some of the releases. She's been creating stamp sets to go with them. So there's not a ton in the shop yet, but this is either the third or the fourth. So be sure to check that out with the rest of the release. I will link everything in the video description box below if you want to check it out. And I do have a coupon, AmyFan10, if you want to save 10% on your complete order. So I felt like this cup needed to be polka dot. So I'm just using a white gel pen to add some fun little dots and some highlights onto this really pretty purple cup. And I am going to use my corner chomper here. I have the 1/2 inch side just to round an edge and add some visual interest onto this card, which is a fun little design element to do if your card is pretty flat and simple otherwise. And I'm going to add a little bit of blingage with some liquid glue and my jewel picker just to give it a little something extra. But overall, very simple. And like I said, I didn't even need to bust out my ink pads other than for the stamping because I had so much ink left over on my blending brushes. So I'm going to do 3 on the top, 2 on the bottom, just as this is the way that I like to do it. I like to work in odd numbers. I find them visually appealing. And I'm going to finish this off here using my fingers to try not to move them around too much. But here's the finished card. So very simple, lots of open space. It's a great little note card to send to a fellow coffee-loving friend. And I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.